we have had a lot of comments about our anvil stands, so I thought I would just give you the lowdown on why we have these and why they look this way. I found this design on Pinterest. I thought it was really smart because I've taught a lot of beginners, and I've had a lot of beginners get flustered when their tools aren't right in front of them. So I liked that it was kind of one anvil station, and you could, do your bending and twisting at your vise. You can use your anvil, all your tongs and your hammers are here, and your hardy hole tools. And I also put it on wheels because I'm a small person. My shop is constantly fluctuating, and putting these on wheels makes it so that I can just lift them from the back and wheel them around like a wheelbarrow, which is nice because these are quite heavy. They are built from 12 by 2 long pieces of wood. This part is about 6 of them, and then this is 14. If I changed anything, I think I would change the size here, like how tall it is, just so that you don't have to reach up so high with your hands. But besides that, I actually really like this design. At first I started with leather straps, but then the straps started just cracking because it's so hot and dry in here. So I went to nylon straps, and these have been lasting for longer periods of time, but they do get still wear and tear. I have them on the other side over here, and these hold our hardy hole tools and other types of tools that we may need. There's still a lot of room that you could come down and put more straps as well, which is what I liked. And then finally our tongs. Having your tongs in front of you is always a nice thing to keep you organized, and your vise. So yeah, it's kind of all one functioning little area for everyone to work at, so that you're not scrambling trying to find your tools, trying to keep your area clean, all of that fun stuff. The only other thing that we added was, let's see, I have this giant floor anvil. Ugh. And it just lives in between the wheels of the anvil stand, and we use it to do upsetting and things with longer pieces of material. So that's a super useful tool to keep there as well. And then we also have our stuff hanging from the back here. I have my bending forks and just my bending stuff. The tools that I have at the anvil stand pretty much all the time are an anvil. This anvil is silicone down to the wood so that it doesn't move, it absorbs the sound. We have a good magnet on it to help with the ring as well. These were drop forged anvils. I prefer drop forged over cast because they tend to be a bit harder, so you have better rebound. I did get smaller anvils. They're only 110 pounds. I think these guys are 100 pounds. But they are really fantastic for beginners. They've really taken a beating over 5 years, and you can't really tell. And yeah, I think that for the price, my double horn anvil that I got is very good. Then I also have my hammers. So I have 3 different sizes of hammers at each of my stations. I have 1.5 pounds, 1.75, and 2 pounds. Those are the general size hammers I find people can really get down with. And then we have our rawhide shaped faced hammers so that we can straighten things and not leave any marks. I have my hardy hole tools. So we have our basic bending forks, our hot cut, our fuller, and our flat. Those are just the basic hardies that we use in here. We also have our tongs here. I pretty much keep tongs for flat material, square and round, and for different sizes. So you can see I have my duck bills here that are different widths. I have my pickup tongs, trusty dusty pickup tongs. These are for holding our 3/8 inch up to 1/2 inch material. We have stuff for thinner material over here. Always good to have these universal wolf jaw tongs. Love these guys, super useful. Flat tongs for even smaller material, because we do have people making quite delicate things in our classes sometimes. As well as our giant scrolling tongs to just kind of help bend things. And then finally the vise. On this stand specifically, I do have a leg vise on here. Leg vises are different than bench vises because you can really hammer down. and it transfers all of that intensity to the leg, which then transfers it to the floor, so that you're not going to harm the vise. If you were just hammering on a bench vise, nothing is transferring that energy, so you're just putting all of it into the teeth of jaws of the vise, so those are more likely to bend and break. But this is an old guy. I was gifted this by a friend, and works super well. Yeah, and then finally, we do a lot of twisting and bending in my Blacksmith 101 class. It is a functional blacksmithing class. I teach you how to make beautiful, fun objects that are useful. This is my twisting, wrench. We use this often. This just hangs here. And then I also find that adjustable bending forks can really change your life. And so we use them quite often in the class to be able to just change the radius of the bend, change how much control you have over the bending. And we use them often with our handheld bending forks as well. Though, as we all know, this tool by itself is a mind bender. These two together, whew, it's a whole situation. But if you get into it, leverage can be your best friend. Anvil stand. Ta-da! Let us know if you have any other questions or comments, or maybe like a cool thing to add to this, because I'm always looking to improve. And please feel free to steal this idea, because it's been really useful.